Yeah, it's not the scale. I think the ladder climb here is 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
This whole thing is about a mile long.
Look, it's a hamster maze, not a flying squirrel maze.
Only a mile long. A mile isn't that.
That's the other thing too. If we actually had that spiral staircase, he could just fly down.
Yeah, let me add some distance.
Yeah, right.
So.
Except for, remember, the railing is all hand-carved wood. And
No, what I mean is that he could use his base jumping suit and he could just spiral down and fly down and like... It'd be really pretty and fun. It would be very Tom Cruise.
Oh, so...
Yes.
0.3 miles?
0.3 miles.
Okay, look.
Yeah, so a vertical third of a mile is basically not doable.
Well, I mean...
Well, it's like,
let's figure it out.
Oh, no,
on a
it's
ladder?
not that important, guys.
Well, no, there's like stops every like 50 feet.
Why are we even considering this? We already have access to that level.
How do you have access to that?
You can get down to the reactor and then just take us back up there.
Well, we still need to get clearance to get to the core.
Why can't...
Alright, look. It's
the
just
elevator
the
won't
distance,
stop at the core unless I have clearance.
The distance from here to here is just 10, 11 football fields. You could climb down a ladder 11 football fields.
But we're talking distance from here to here.
Picture a football field here.
There.
Picture it straight
they're
down.
Gonna be here.
Okay, so
or straight up.
How does Daryl Masterson compare to I'm a Sherpa Nick Millman who can carry a 50-pound pack for a week with his uncle and his his friends? Like
he does not.
Daryl?
It's gonna be me who has to do it.
Oh, is it you?
It's gonna be Sam.
All right,
because I'm the muscle.
Don't you have a free fall mod too?
I have a high jump mod.
No, I don't.
Yeah, the free fall. The mod is a 50-meter.
I can jump.
Yeah, it's 50 meters.
It's good, but it's not 11 football fields. Good.
But if there's landings, you could just jump down landings.
Is this done
by
a badge?
I don't think
facial recognition.
You do not know what's in that chamber.
Okay.
That chamber was super classified.
So first of all, the ultimate aim is that we're trying to penetrate into the Fieldman core, right?
Now we have a virus that will disable.
But we have to get into the core.
Let's clarify Sally's position in this. Sally is, as I understand, is in a van nearby. In order for her to hack into stuff, you have to connect her in via a USB drive.
Right.
Yeah.
And that'll give her access to do stuff on the network.
Right, which means someone inside has to insert a connection that will access this system.
Yeah.
And this system must be connected to something because it can't just be here because it has to get the numbers out.
Yeah.
Now, would a system on any level be applicable, or does it have to be?
You don't know. You don't have knowledge of the systems, but Sally could figure it out if she's plugged into something.
Okay, so if
you could just plug me into the wall somewhere and I could figure it.
Yeah, because the thing is that
so we know physical layout, but not.
That's correct.
So
because you gained
schematics
specifically for the fusion center, because this whole bottom part is new.
So I could have done that for Sally during my janitorial. I could just stuck it in and walked away.
So the question is, we don't know the level.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. We can figure it out by me sticking it in. We can see if it's connected.
Yeah, because we're thinking that because according to what you had said earlier, Sam can only get as far as this level, right? His clearance will only get him down here. Daryl's clearance will get him to the core.
Yep.
And I can only presume that there's like interfaces here. There's interfaces here, here, and here, and whether any of these connect to each other, we don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We can stick the USB port in and figure out if they connect or not.
Yeah.
In fact, my impression of what we're doing is that each one of us has one of these USB connectors.
Probably.
And we're all trying to insert them every way that we can.
Yeah.
Basically, Sam's using his janitorial cover.
Life, isn't it?
Daryl is using his cover being in the basement. Wow. And Dust is using the stock that goes in to give a talk thing.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And to clarify clearances, yes, James is the top sections. Nick is allowed to the fusion center, or the power center.
And the rest of these?
Nope. You just go in from here and go to the power center.
Well, so as an employee of the place, I would get, food and
Oh yeah.
That cafeteria
And I would
is
have a desk.
not for you. There's a tiny cafeteria and food
Really?
area for the Fusion Center employees.
It's more of a kitchenette.
So
Yeah.
as a technician, I only I'm like a contractor who comes in and just does
You just
maintenance
work on the
work.
maintenance in the power center. You keep it working. There's a little cubicle that you have.
Okay,
And there's a little kitchenette.
so the
just
guy
for
who
power
I'm
center.
I'm subbing in for isn't there every day,
That's correct.
He's
yes.
only
You
sort
are,
of known.
Yeah, and you are taking
And
over
I
like
could-
a
and
like
I could
a-
very easily just be another person from that
Yeah.
business filling in.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff's on sabbatical
Yeah.
in New York.
And-
I mean that's what I'm doing tomorrow, just filling in on a job site that
Yeah,
I don't
and,
know that much about.
his
but enough.
and he did not know anything about what the facility was for. He just was working on a fusion device.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Bomb.
Dust and Dr. Bagwell, you guys will have no access. You're being escorted around.
Right. So my original expectation here was that I'm the face and
Yeah.
I'm the talent. My entourage
distraction.
is basically I'm a big distraction. My entourage is a bunch of faceless functionaries.
Yeah.
So if one of them slips away, the whole idea is that he won't be missed.
So
Yeah, exactly.
Sam,
Yeah.
you have been working here for a couple of weeks now, right?
Yep.
Can you?
Oh, that's right.
Can
You
you
enter in beforehand.
Get you ho back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you give
So-
me some sort of access?
Let's go to that. We will begin doing role playing, and then we can do that. I wanted to get all this pre-planning stuff because
Okay.
before you guys didn't have a map to work with.
Yep.
You were just working on my description of what the base was, and I wanted to give you another option to plan stuff out.
Yeah.
Now that you have this visual help.
Okay.
When you did not have that before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to begin? Where you are
Sure.
entering in as a janitor,
Uh-huh.
and I presume Sally is in the van outside.
I don't know how I'm going to get an ID badge. Because the only option I can see Sam is doing is knocking some guy out and taking it.
Just
But
like
that's gonna
You
blow
have
somebody,
an idea badge. Don't you?
Yeah, you
somebody
work there.
goes to get coffee.
No, I need to
leaves
get
it-
one for him.
Oh.
Somebody goes to get
What?
coffee, leaves it sitting on their cubicle.
But no, Daryl
Who
Daryl has one.
Oh. No, Dust.
Dust. Why does Dust need one?
Oh, okay.
So that I can
Does want
slip
to-
away from Dr.
Oh,
Patrick Bagwell.
you're talking about grabbing one before.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
But where do you
You
want to
need to
go?
grab
one
What are you
from
gonna
someone
do?
who
has
Just slip away.
experience.
I'm going to tell you this because this is a little bit of common knowledge. If you steal an ID badge, it's only going to work for a very short amount of time.
Oh,
Yeah,
and-
Because
yeah.
it'll be announced stolen
Yeah.
and deactivated.
Yeah. That's true.
Red flagged.
Which is why
You got to do it.
On the day.
I feel like people
So-
guard those things like gold.
well
Like
No, you can swap it out for a different one.
For a fakey.
For a fake one.
so here's the thing that I think is very easy
maybe.
to do.
I don't know.
Because number one, Sam's a janitor, and if I can presume this is like any other functionary organization, there's a whole class of people that nobody cares about. But the other thing is that I'm guessing Daryl's not just showing up either, right? I mean, Daryl's had this job maybe for a couple of days or something like that.
I remember what I remember from the discussion is that you guys are all going to start on the same day and begin work on the same day. Not
so
no,
like come
Yeah,
in.
so I thought,
No.
I thought
Super
Sam at
suspicious.
least
no.
was going to have a couple of weeks.
The
Yeah,
plan was
okay.
Sam should have.
Yeah.
So
Sam was deep cover.
okay.
Daryl was going to be
Well,
like
Reactor
couple
core
days.
stuff doesn't need to happen every day.
Yeah, the presupposition is that Sam goes in first, has worked there long enough that everyone kind of recognizes him, and he's just the face of Sander team. Daryl has had 2 or 3 days in already, so that at least when he goes
Okay.
down there, a few of his colleagues will go, "Oh, hey, it's Masterson's back again," and I'm the only person who's brand new coming in today.
Got it. Okay, so I think we're ready to begin the role playing section of
Yep.
enacting this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Sam by yourself with Sally in the van nearby.
just mopping away.
So entering into the facility goes pretty easily. No one bats an eye. They bring you in, and you go through the first couple days of
looking at
orientation.
everything
A
on
lot of
UV
it
lights.
is like,
Oh my gosh!
don't touch anything, or sorry, clean everything.
Oh, okay.
Don't touch any computers. Can't take any pictures. You can't bring anything in or out. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to smuggle in that flash drive.
Okay.
Um,
How
Because
thoroughly
they-
do they search us every day?
they tell you to empty your pockets and bags.
Oh,
I'll just put it in my shoe.
Yeah, all right.
It's a flash drive, right? Like,
wait,
That'll work.
Wait, put 2, 1 in each shoe, and then swallow one.
So first of
I
all,
can't regurgitate it.
and I'm not doing this just to be
Fortunately, you're
facetious.
covered.
There's no way that in the dystopian future that security is less good than getting into airports today, and that they don't
yeah,
freaking
they
go
would-
through a scanner.
The King
They don't
County
do a
Superior Court.
they
don't
have, like, a
Make you
full
go
body
through
scan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they would
No,
scan
they
you. I
make you
totally
take
forgot
off
that
Yeah.
technique.
Okay.
So unless it's like I so
And they don't let you carry
again,
more
not
than
trying to be
1.5
obvious or
ounces of
facetious,
liquid.
I feel like swallowing it or anusing it is the only real way.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sam, you're gonna have to put it up your butt.
you have to go through
Yep, Sam.
some scanner stuff.
All three of you
thanks,
have
thanks
to go
a lot.
through the same
Thanks
thing.
a lot.
Hey,
I don't.
as
No,
a
it's-
doctor, I am only giving you my professional
It's a
opinion.
good point. They would have metal detectors.
As
And
I'm
they would have scanners.
as I say to all of my patients, I am not
could.
enjoying your penis. I am only looking at it as a professional.
Yeah.
You had to bring same team. All right.
So how are you going to bring the drive-in?
I
Lucky
have,
for
I have
you.
to do the same thing with the virus.
Yeah, lucky for
Well,
you,
so you
there
have,
have
like,
been
a toolkit.
advances in technology, so it's smaller.
I have a deactivated
Oh
kick,
yeah,
right?
I do.
Yes.
Is there any way I
I
can?
mean, you have a toolkit too.
Is
Well, no,
a kit, a
you wouldn't
kick,
be
a
bringing
kick.
it in.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can rig it so it looks like a deactive, or it looks like a kick?
Oh.
And then I can just-
Because
You
it's
have
just
to
gonna
have
be a
it.
metal beep.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
to have it inside of you.
That's fine.
All right. Can you roll a medicine for me? Or
But
the
any of us.
Because that way,
medic.
Exactly.
Give me a medic thing to see how well. See if you can surgery in a pill-sized.
I was very
Device.
excited about this.
Yeah. They're about pill-sized now.
because everybody
Yeah.
can do this,
Yeah.
because they
Well,
expect people to have
USB-C
kicks.
is pill size, and USB-W is going to be,
Yeah.
you know.
And
In the future, the USB things have got to be much smaller.
oh yeah, it's much smaller,
Okay.
and it's like kind of like a little spike. Thing,
Right.
So you just kind of pop it. And
It's USB 7. It's a little crystal.
Right.
That's a 4.
oh, 4.
oh, thank
that
God.
is just enough. Just made it. Okay, you have a pill-sized USB device in your wrist that'll beep with the kick, but this is expected.
Okay, gotcha.
So you managed to make your way into the facility.
I'm assuming he puts it into such a way so if I try to cut it out, I'm not going to slit my wrists and kill myself, right?
Well,
Or is that
he
the
put it.
That's a feature.
Well,
That's
because he rolled a 4, he put it right here,
Great.
right where a kick would be.
Yeah. Okay.
As you
where-
should.
As he should have.
All right.
I've also added the cyanide bonus feature in case like you're captured.
You just
Yeah. It's like,
Whoa! That's a really cool idea.
yeah.
You have a bunch of agents, and all they do is they like try and like hit the wrist as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So you have to like hold them in a specific way, and then just try like, come on, just need to pop it, just need to pop it.
Hey, I'm not just a doctor. I read spy novels too.
That's really cool.
I feel like
that.
most real-life agents would be more hesitant to use their cyanide pills than that.
Yeah, surprisingly small numbers of it. So, have you ever been to the
we
spy
could've
museum?
pulled out one of your teeth
This is
and
actually
made
one
it
of the funny statistics they tell you when you go on the tour.
What?
Is that they issued so many cyanide tablets to agents to commit suicide, and almost nobody ever used them.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, sure.
So you're in. The first couple days are orientation.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty boring stuff, but they assume you already know how to clean stuff. It's really a lot of just don't like being out of the way. These are places you can go. These are places you cannot go,
Right.
and a lot of just normal government stuff and specific discussions on punishment. On like if you do this, you're going away for a long time.
Okay.
How are you gonna spend your time?
I'm going to spend my time getting a lay of the land to the places I can go, identifying prime tactical spots, stuff like that.
Okay.
Um,
So janitorial duty is done on rotation. Not one person cleans one area. You kind of rotate around just to
Sure.
kind of mix it up.
that works even better.
So you are cleaning the control center, the loading and unloading, and the bunker and armory. The bunker and armory is a kind of split section where the very back is a locked door that goes into the armory. You are not able to clean back there because you do not have access. And the bunker is just a set of like bathrooms and showers and clothing and or not clothing.
My next question- sorry.
Beds for soldiers.
One more question. Do they scan us on the way out as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Right, because they need a scan to make sure you didn't take anything.
Right, of course. I'm just checking. All right.
This ring is just kind of like a walking around ring with various like panels and very kind of small utility rooms, like a closet that you get your cleaning supplies. There's a little medical station there as well. This control center is kind of just a room with a bunch of computers and a lot of technicians working on it. You see a lot of screens that are of various places of the world. A lot of screens that look on from a satellite up in the orbits. A lot of screens that are just of various random streets in San Francisco and Seattle and all these other areas that you just kind of like, and it's just technicians like going through, looking at them, and roll detectives.
I don't have detective, so I just roll, what I roll, 1d4?
Run d4, yes.
Here we go.
Oh,
That's a 1.
oh.
Okay.
We're all dead.
You don't notice anything else.
Okay.
You've been trying to
then-
break into the
so
snack
the
closet
loading,
for 2 days.
Yeah, and the loading and unloading is really just a lot of storage and an area where trucks can come in and load stuff off, and then there's
Are we
like
stuck?
cold storage and whatnot. And and then also a security checkpoint that you walk through every day.
Okay.
This tunnel is an area for a truck to drive through and also a little walkway. Down here is a lot of abandoned kind of living areas. A lot of them are empty. Your job is to dust off most of them. There's a lot of fancy furniture that's just been covered up. Plenty of rooms. Looks like it would have been very nice to live in. There's one room that is being lived in
Ooh.
by a gentleman. You cannot catch his name. He like nods to you as you walk by.
What does he look like?
Stocky build, dark hair, bit disheveled.
Okay.
And that's it.
As I'm walking around seeing all this, I'm going to be reporting back to my colleagues with the jawbone mic, or with a throat mic.
Okay. Everyone gets a layer for that area. Oh, and you also get to check out these areas where it's just a nice garden, a pool. This is a theater, and also kind of like a gathering area, and this is a cafeteria that the soldiers use.
Mm-hmm.
Various soldiers use these areas, but it's like not super in use.
Is there like an armory and a training area?
My other
Up here.
question is, and this might change a lot of things, so I hope it doesn't. Does the security system detect my hidden weapon?
Oh.
Because he just naturally has that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, what type of hidden weapon is it?
It's a blade.
so
And that's
having
with the
detached
kick?
that the first time and learning about their
Maybe it's where the
security
kick is.
details.
I mean,
he would
honestly,
know whether it's
You could detach
Whoa.
the weapon part of it, and
Yeah.
it would just be the hook at the bottom,
okay.
the main bits that would go off with the kick.
We could
Okay.
say
Or you
that
can
he had
replace
some
it
arm
with
surgery.
Yeah, but it would be detected.
It basically lets me
in
have
a
a
world where
compartment,
cybernetics is a
right?
known
Yeah.
thing.
So-
you
it's
could
like,
replace it
I have a laser
with
gun in my
a
arm. It's
cleaning
like,
tool,
you can't
like
take
a
this job.
utility
I have a laser
Yeah.
gun.
I'd much rather put like a small blade in there that I can use to get the kick out when I need it.
Okay.
The
If
thing
that's
is that there's
possible.
no way you could get that in through security.
Well, if it beeps where the kick would, which it's like relatively near that at the same part of my arm.
So
No, you don't
It's a
understand.
whole-
They don't. It doesn't just beep. There's like a
360
scanner
scan.
where they look at you and they
They
go,
look
"There's a
clean.
weapon in there."
Okay.
You could tape it to like the bottom of a watch or something.
So
It's
if
still-
you're
Like a
if you're
razor
maintenance,
blade.
you've got to have a knife in there, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can't be a
Around,
utility
Around
person.
like a box cutter or something.
Yeah.
you could replace it with a multi-tool.
That'd be-
Or a utility pod.
It's a
Yeah, I
well,
guess. Disposables too. Yeah,
it wouldn't
sure.
be a real utility pod. It would just be the blade attachment has been removed and you've put a bunch of tools on it.
That's fine.
So that's
Your
actually
pocket
just a
knife
utility
is
pod.
in
Just as long as they're
multi-tool.
clean.
Yeah. I mean
It's
that
there.
part is fine.
So
Yeah.
when they scan you, like they're like, "What is this?" and you open it up and you show
Yeah.
it's just tools for the job, sir.
I got a Phillips head and a flat head.
I'm so good at janitoring. I got cybernetically augmented for it. It's my
Oh.
passion
Yeah,
in life.
you want a janitor on the moon.
That's like
Yeah.
episode
Just like
1
that
of
one
season
guy.
2 of
Yeah.
Rick and Morty. Give me that Phillips. No. It's like, you
Uh,
reality again.
Does
Oh.
he? I'm assuming he cleans when everybody's gone.
So
So he's not in the
It's
way.
late night.
speaking of
The
informational
control center
things,
will be empty.
Yeah.
and again, I don't want to throw a wrench in this, but I am on your team.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
since I came up with the Anus idea, this is probably the most important government facility on the planet.
Yes.
High security.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 questions. Number 1, does anyone care that there's an ice cream truck parked over there? It's like
I presume Sally is
Far.
Yeah, she's like
away.
parked in San Francisco.
okay.
Not
Yeah.
San Francisco far away, but
not that
like
far away.
way down the street
I've
far
got
away.
range.
Not like within
I'm
sight.
underneath this.
Is there like an
palm
employee
tree.
parking lot? Could we just park there?
That would be suspicious if a van parked there.
But if
Especially
What
if
if
it
it's
he
says
his van?
drove there every day,
This is
he
maintenance
parked
van.
there.
I guess that would make
Or
Do
we
they
could just
suspect my car, or do they search that too?
well, that would be scan coming in.
Yeah.
Because car bombs are still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for like bombs and weapons, not
Yeah.
for like.
Well, is that they see another person in there? They're gonna see another person.
It's like
And a bunch of equipment.
it's like,
Like,
oh, my wife likes to
monitors.
come to work with me. She stays in the van for 9 hours.
Yeah.
With all the computer
knits.
and
Yeah,
high-end equipment, yeah.
it's like-
So okay, so I feel like we could very effectively have a control center in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like as long as we're doing radio.
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
Which-
anyway.
Yeah, all right.
That has.
which
definitely
allows
very
me to
partial.
follow up because that was my second question. Given the fact that I can't even get good reception from the UW Dental School, which is only 2 stories down in the medical
Didn't you
school,
also invent a device
This is satellite strengthened.
that will
like, this
allow
is...
us to like penetrate the rock and be okay for that?
how
Did
is
we
the
establish
most
that last
important
week?
facility
Well, we
not
established the communication
shielded
device,
from outside
which is pretty
telecommunications?
much-
Yeah.
I don't see why, if we established a communication device that goes through rocks, that the USB drive wouldn't also go
I mean,
through
yeah.
rocks.
It works.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I just-
I wrote down Sally will be
Good.
jacked in remotely with fancy comms equipment.
Nobody cares about these things until we bring them up. So just don't bring them up.
Oh yeah, we can talk to each other.
Yeah. Like I understand your points, but it would be impossible to do.
Oh no, I understand that. It's
Yeah.
just that my point is that
It's-
if she could establish radio contact with this, we wouldn't need the USB things. She would already have access.
How so?
Because basically all systems that run like all
No, but
computerized
these are all
electronic
closed
systems.
systems.
Right, but the thing is that if those closed systems aren't hardened against telecommunications, then any kind of telecommunications signal can communicate with it.
Well, I'm assuming the systems are hardened, right? But
Like,
it's still
I'm
got like a
not
USB.
itself.
I had it as a closed network system.
Yeah.
As in the only way to get access to it was through a physical device.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
just how
think
it's
we're
set up.
good.
As in there's no Wi-Fi.
It's an I can't connect
And
to the
there's no-
satellite. and
Okay.
The satellite.
This,
And
the,
there's-
the,
there
the,
is
the network
one-
doesn't
there
have the
is one-
capability to communicate with
There
things
is
outside.
there is one in-out system, and that's through the Fieldman request
Right.
system.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just want to check so that our viewers don't go, wait a minute,
Yeah.
nobody asked that question. It doesn't make any sense.
it from the outside
Yeah.
with a computer and a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like you
and,
just
some
established all
tinfoil.
of this other stuff that you can do,
Look,
and then
if
suddenly
we just crash the moon into the mountain,
That
I'm
would
sure
stop.
we could Feldman the numbers and computer bits.
look. I'm not a writer. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Oy. All right.
It's
So
like-
I'm not a computer.
All right, Sam,
in
what's up?
that case,
Yes.
I'm gonna wait for a point where I'm sufficiently alone.
Okay. So that's difficult with guards everywhere. Everyone's watching. There's always a guard everywhere. Like
Well, he
everyone
goes to
kind
the
of keeps their
bathroom.
eye on you.
To clean.
So in order for you to find a time by yourself, you're gonna have to roll shadow.
Great.